Chicago postal inspectors had received a tip of an employee stealing federal checks. Postal Officer Al Correia and Backup Officer Greg Stacy Eunice go undercover to catch the thief. But the sting turns into a life-or-death struggle.
I was in the office, received a call on the undercover line.
He has 2 checks. I came out yesterday.
Basically, this guy thinks that we're gonna buy checks at a reduced rate.
We negotiated a price of $170.
The checks were stolen out of the mail. They were either stolen somewhere in the post office and or mailboxes. This was a buy-in walk where we would buy the checks, give him the money.
We met with Frank before. We weren't talking a lot of money. Just seemed a very low-risk individual.
We set up the deal for the next day at a restaurant parking lot. On that particular day, we had 2 or 3 people in the van. We also had a chase vehicle that would have followed Frankie after the deal, seeing who he met with and so forth.
Yeah, I don't know how much time you want to give him in case he doesn't show up right away.
I'll probably give him about 10 minutes and that'll be it.
Backup team got there first.
Roughly half a block away.
Shutting down, moving in.
Sounds good.
We pulled up, looked over, and at the bus stop I saw who I believed to be Frankie. He got in the car.
Hey, what's up?
Frankie?
He told me that he didn't have the 4 checks, that he only had a couple of them.
Hey, the guy, he turned in the other one because he got tired of waiting, man.
Oh, man, this is the only one you got?
Give me some story on why he didn't have it. And he stuck his hand in his coat pocket.
You know what? You give me all your motherfucking money, I'll blow your motherfucking head off right now.
When he first pulled it out, I gotta tell you, I mean, I was lost all thought. I can't believe it's gonna end like this. You know, some guy over checks.
Give me the money.
Money?
Yeah, bitch.
All right.
Then all of a sudden, on the radio, I hear, it's a ripoff. It's a ripoff. So I just hightail it over there as fast as I could.
My whole job as the undercover inspector was to stall, try to count out the money bill by bill, which didn't go over too well.
Right now.
You got it. You want the money, you got it.
He took the money.
Man, give me the mother.
They radioed over to me and said, hey, he's got a gun, he's got a gun. My first inclination was just to broadside my vehicle into the passenger side of Al's vehicle. And I had to fight everything I could to not do that.
Turn the car and take me out of here.
He wanted me to drive Potomac and Austin.
You gonna take me to Potomac, okay?
To Potomac? Where?
Potomac and Austin.
My undercover weapon was a 5-shot Smith & Wesson. I could feel it on my waist, but I just couldn't get to it quick enough.
Just be cool for a second and we'll talk
Man, shut
about
the
it.
f up and move the f watch it in the stomach.
My goal was to get him to point the gun away from me.
Just point that thing away from me. You're making me
Nah.
There's some prearranged signals that we work out, you know, called the arrest signal. And in this situation, it was tapping the brake lights. But he wasn't giving the arrest signal.
This is a federal case, these checks. Who the you can with, bitch?
with nobody.
Get reverse and get the out of here.
Get the out of here.
If I had any type of advantage, it would be exactly where I was.
Just go, man.
You're gonna shoot me. There's gonna be a million.
I don't give a I'd rather have that than the federal case, bitch.
But after a while, him calling me bitch, I gotta say, was irritating me.
What the you talking about?
I'm gonna shoot you.
I don't want you to shoot me. Just stay cool for a
Okay,
second,
then. Let's
all
get
right?
the out of here, then.
He said that, you know, he's hurting and he needs his drugs.
Shot me off at the dope dealer. That sounds sick, all right?
Say,
You're gonna leave me there and I'm gone.
okay, I'm taking you.
What I told him is, all right, then basically we're gonna be leaving now, just to calm him down and buy, you know, another second or 2.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
my
go.
God. Said you were
Let's go, man.
Don't point.
You bitch. Man, you get it.
He needed his fix, and you know, he's gonna get his money that day, whether it was from me or somebody else, but he absolutely needed his fix.
I got it in my arm. If it's gonna shoot through my arm and through your body, all right?
At one point, he did point it away from me long enough.
The signal was given, parked my vehicle right behind the undercover. I get out of my car.
He turned around to see Greg.
I drew down on him. He lost his gun. It was like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. He was just a jellyfish.
Okay.
I made my move to grab my weapon just in case he decided to turn around and try and shoot me.
Get out. Get the out.
Frankie did have like a sheepish grin as soon as he saw the gun, like, all right, you got me, put it down.
Get out. Get the out.
And I think once the gig was up, he knew that he was beat and just gave up. He's paid the price for making a mistake. Fortunately, I didn't pay the price for him making that mistake.
Frankie Alicea received 27 years in a federal prison for charges that included possession of stolen checks and assault on a federal officer. He is currently serving his sentence in Pekin, Illinois.